Hello! Welcome to Little Arrow Soaps. I'm Little Arrow, obviously. And today we are working on our last pressing of bath bombs for Fan Expo Dallas. Sorry about the late start today, guys. We've been busy. We've been very busy. Right now, I am experimenting in making some different density powders. Yeah. Shut up, Ziki. Zulu has a little bit of a head cold. Who knew that meeting hundreds of people in public over the course of a couple of weekends would get you a little head cold? There he is. But all is good, all is well. We are moving along nicely. Everything. And 2 more bath bombs, and then we're gonna start painting. I still need to make salts and scrubs. I ordered some more scrubs containers. I have enough to make 1 recipe, but I need to make all scrubs because y'all sold me out again. It's okay, I have drugs. Drugs are good kids, as long as they came from appropriate. Alright, so I added extra citric acid to this bath bomb powder. We're just gonna forcibly mix it up. Yep, that was definitely Zulu working. Grim is around here. He has his puzzle toy, so he might be quiet for a while as he tries to get those treats out. Shaky. Well, if he barks, don't call out, of course. Yeah. Alright. So, we've got all of our other stuff. I don't have pink in powder, so we're gonna keep it this way. There's the boy with his puzzle toy. You know, if we were thinking aesthetics for the video, maybe I shouldn't have gone black tent, black dog. But it's so pretty inside. Alright. There's the last of my pink. Next time I'll make pink powder. Definitely needs pink. Alright. Let's get these guys going. Look. Pink's in here. Oh, should just be able to scoop this. Yep, that one did as well. I should just be able to scoop this along the sides, and proximity of the reaction should cause it to have a more effervescent flow. But we shall see. Grimm's birthday went pretty well. We all had some steaks and watched sled dog movies. Much needed break. Definitely recommend. Oh yeah, Eight Below is a really good movie. I have seen it a few times. It was my call for the night. Sled Dogs or Snow Dogs, no, not so much. It was fun, but once is enough, you know? Plus, Grimm was much more into Below 8. Much more dogs being dogs stuff. It was early 2000s animal movie banking on the Kangaroo Jack scam where you put the one scene of talking animals in the trailers. Yep. You know, save a little money, only make them talk in one scene. Alright. That makes the sides look really cool. The larger sprays. Yeah. Not the most stable guys, so we're gonna hurry them onto their bladder. Make it a fever dream, so it almost makes sense in the narrative. Yep, you know, dehydration, fever dream, near-death experience of some form for a character that is the main character, but do you like him? Really? The answer is no. Yeah, so we did Chemo Kawaii this weekend. Below 8 was better, even if the dogs were the best actors in the movie. The dogs were fantastic. They were so happy to do all of their stunts. And very happy, happy boys and girls. Well written out story, at least as far as the dogs are concerned. The human side was decent. Not the greatest actors, but hey, it's a dog movie. Paul Walker was the lead. That's all you need to know. Yep. Paul Walker was the lead. I think the other main guy was like from American Pie or other such type movies. So, you know, trying to have breakout roles, but no. It was a cute dog movie with lots of feels, unexpected feels. Kind of. Except for the dead, but yeah. I mean, wait, that's who that was? I think so. Yeah. I mean, he's got a very recognizable face. To be fair, it was under a hood 90% of the time. It was. I mean, movies about Antarctica tend to have people wearing warm clothes, even if it's not like what you'd actually wear. I love all the people that take off their hats and ski masks. Don't do that. Do not take off your hat and ski mask. That, my friends, is how you lose a nose. Or they just have their nose sticking out of everything. Like, no, that's not how you wear that. Corner. That's okay. FaceTime. It's the moneymaker, indeed. Indeed it is. This looks good. I love these. These are so cute. So we've made a lot of bath bombs for this upcoming. And then we'll probably have to redo it all. But really, next week we need to get back to some soaping because we have some commission pieces and some staples that all need to be redone. So, gotta get on it at some point, you know? I might do a couple. Yeah, we could definitely tag team some soaping. Gotta redo basically all the staples. Yeah, we were looking in the bin the other day. We're like, oh, I need more of this. Oh, wait, we don't have more of that. So we'll redo our staples and then start in on our Texas collection. Some of those require multiple day embeds. So, gotta get working on those. Deep in the Heart is a scene, so that's typed layers, kind of like the Sakura Ken was. Then Rawhide is a embedded soap with scented embed layers, multiple scented embed layers. And then we'll be introducing a new one, which I think we've named, or at least we've talked about naming. I don't remember what we were going to call it. But that one will require an embed as well. So. Oh yeah, that's what we did. We were going to do the Stars at Night because we already have Big and Bright and Deep in the Heart. So, I mean, if you only know one thing about Texas, they sure love that song. More embeds. Then we have a special release bath bomb that goes with those soaps. I'll have to. There's a lot to do. The convention season is a lot, but now we got to start prepping for the rest of the year too. And then we'll start getting ready for Halloween, shortly after that. We do mostly bath bombs for Halloween, but there's a couple of soaps. It's never too early for Halloween. Got a Halloween sweater this weekend, the show. And I love it, and I can't wait for it to be Halloween. And we're going to Alaska in September for a trip, and I'm gonna take it with me because it's super cozy warm. Yes, it has candy corn, it has ghost kitties, and it has stripies, and it says trick or treat, and it's the best. I'm very excited. I wish it was Halloween and cold now, but it is not. Not Halloween, and it is hot. But then again, it's always hot in October too, which is weird to me. It's like where I grew up and where I went to college, it was, oh, it's Halloween. Don't forget to put a jacket over your costume. And here in Texas, that is not the case. You can go in whatever kind of skimpy costume you want, and you do not need a jacket. And trust me, the college girls take advantage of it. Boys too. Lots of topless men's costumes down here too. In college towns they do. Oh yeah, college towns, downtown. Had to do over the weekend. We did very well. Usually soaps are number one, or bath bombs are our number one seller. But in the absence of all of our crazy bath bombs, our soaps did really well. And made some dents, which is always nice. But yeah, overall it was a pretty good market. Oh, I guess not market, but a pretty good show. And it was a lot of fun. Smaller, quieter, but welcome quieter. You know? You don't want everything to be on your feet every day for 12 hours, so. Grim, you can go outside, I promise. Yep, can't complain when people start going to different things, you know? I mean, our company name is Little Arrow Soaps, not Little Arrow Bath Bomb. Sold another of mine. Oh, Zulu. You're so funny. But we are getting pretty low on quite a few. So if you are interested in getting any of our convention exclusive soaps, some of them we are down to 1 or 2. So highly recommend checking out our website. We have all of them listed up there now. I cannot guarantee that they will make it. Same thing with our bath bombs when we test them on Thursday. But we'll do our best to keep restocking as far as the bath bombs go. But the soaps, once they're done, they are done for the year. We will bring back more convention exclusives next year. A little bit of different stuff. But, you know, it's always changing. We have some ones we like to bring back every year, but even then the designs change up a little bit. So we shall see. But we also have more fun stuff coming out for the rest of the year. This one you can see it on the side really well. Yay. Yeah. This week, after this, like I said, we'll be painting up bath bombs and working on that for the rest of this week. And then Thursday we head up to the convention. So if you're in Dallas, come check us out. And it should be a lot of fun. I am excited. Some of my childhood favorite voice actors are going to be there. Or one of them, I guess I should say. And yeah, it's going to be an adventure. In fact, we got to start thinking about another book for our road trip. Because we're nearing the end of our book, and it will not last us both directions. So, if you have put it on yet? Yes, we put it on. And it looks fantastic. One of the bubbles didn't survive the transfer, but everything else looks amazing. That was more our fault because we got overzealous. I'll be honest, Sildana, we have been so busy the last couple of weeks, I'm actually amazed that we still remembered to put on all of our clothing before leaving the house. It has been wild, but good. But wild, but good. Why are you stuck? Right. It's in the reel on our Instagram, but maybe not. It's been wild. Been a busy time. Good busy, but busy. Found a funny book you might like. Let me get the name. Yes, always taking book suggestions. Books are fun. About a month ago, probably more than that, probably closer to like 2 or 3 months, because I have not gone back to that game. I was playing the Disney Dreamlight game, and there's a mini quest where you have to gather ingredients to make soap, and I was just dying laughing the whole time. It was really funny. They got it right though, like a traditional soap with wood ash and coconut oil. It was interesting. Strange thing to add to a mini game, I guess, but hey, it is what it is. Hello, Aram. Welcome in. Good to see you. Murder Your Employer, Master Guide to Homicide. Ooh, that sounds fun. I like my boss, though. But I don't always like my boss's boss. Nice. We may have to add that to the list. This is employer, not supervisor. Well, technically, my employer, the CEO, is retiring, so no real point in murdering him. Plus, he's kind of like a weirdly nice old dude. Completely self-serving, I'm sure, but pretty nice. I would So we started a Neil Patrick Harris reads it. That's even better. That's all the endorsement I need. But we started another game. It was like an MMO first-person story, or third-person story, I guess. I was enjoying it. I may come back to it. I found it good. All right. Zulu, can I employ you to come make another recipe for me? The final recipe for the week? You're good with me making bath bombs? Yeah, I'm good with you making bath bombs. They're full of soap. You're gonna have your mask on. You're gonna be fine. Just don't drool on anything, I guess. You never know. Some people are impressive through a mask.
Yeah. The colorings and everything?
No, you'll need to grab black. Soot Sprite is black.
What?
You're making Soot Sprites. So is
Did
black.
you say the Sprite is black?
No, Soot Sprites is black.
Oh, I thought you said the Sprite is black, like that was the name of the color. Huh.
No, that just makes me think of Green Lantern.
Yeah, me too.
Grim, out of the kitchen. Where's your toy? Where's your puzzle? So Grim,
yeah, I can't see the channel point redemptions. Neither of us can. So if anyone redeems anything for Grim,
let us know.
Let us know
for a few minutes. Zulu, don't murder your employer if Little Arrow Soaps employs you. No, actually, he's technically we are sole proprietorship, and I'm paying you under the table in food and life experience.
Sure. So it's an internship.
Yeah, an internship. Someday you'll grow in this company, and we will reflect that at the time in your wages.
Uh-huh.
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 Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. Mola mola. Weirdest fish in the ocean.
Fish.
Apparently their bladder is tasty. Yeah, they're like hunted for it. I don't know. People are weird. So mola mola, also known as the sunfish, is a giant fish. And it's really weird looking. And apparently tasty.
There's a part of me that wants to play on the stream what we're seeing on the screen here, but I feel kind of weird about just having videos being played like that.
Understandably.
Especially since we got a friendly warning. For playing lo-fi music for YouTube, which I thought was royalty free.
Turns out lo-fi music people are really uptight. Maybe they should listen to a little bit more lo-fi music
Right?
to relax.
These guys are annoying. Not like what we were listening to. What we were playing on the stream.
Yep.
I just don't listen to them anymore.
Nope. Nope. Now we play our other stuff, and I watch Sea Creatures. Yay!
Before we do anything.
Yes.
Here is it.
Where's what?
Color.
Oh, it's on the bottom of the cart where all the colorants are. It's the big one labeled black. It's a white container.
Oh, it like really says black in big black letters.
Yeah. Black.
Black.
Nothing I haven't already told you. Snooping on my screen.
Yeah.
This is technically your screen.
Yeah. What you're looking at is a laptop that I believe I used in college.
Alexa, select. Apparently YouTube now does the "Are you still watching?" That's rude. Yeah, so I was like I was saying, Grim got a bunch of new toys for his birthday. And I threw away some of his weird old toys. Because he has some really weird old toys. If you ever sign up for...
toys, though.
Huh?
He loved those toys, though.
Not all of them. So I got rid of the gym bag. Yeah. Yeah. I went to the bottom of the thing. I got rid of the gym bag. I got rid of the creepy cat clown thing.
I hated that thing.
He liked it, but it's...
For a little bit, anyway.
He liked it for a little bit, but he has not played with it in a while, so it's gone. I got rid of the broken strawberry. Kept the normal one. Got rid of the gas nozzle. That was a weird one that he didn't really seem to enjoy. Yeah, there's some weird toys in BarkBox. They're good toys, but I'd say about half of them are just super weird. But if you have a dog who's not like a super aggressive chewer, he's had toys that are like 4 years old from them, and they're still good. So we threw some away because we wanted to get him new toys because he doesn't play with the old ones anymore because they're boring.
The corner over there where all his toys are.
Yeah.
Was starting to get out into the rest of the living room.
Yep.
So.
I got them all sitting inside the basket again, but might have to do another culling next time we clean up his toys because I know there's a bunch in the living room or in the game room. Hello, Mr. ADHD.
ADHD.
Welcome in. We are finishing up pressing our mixtape bath bombs inspired by Guardians of the Galaxy. Yep, pretty much.
Although that Red Shirt song from the Muppets is kind of in there now too. I don't remember any of the words. Maybe Midnight Eagle can help me out.
Maybe. Hey, my buddy Zulu. Yep, he's helping me mix up some, our last batch of powder, actually.
Well, last batch before this convention.
Yeah, the last batch before this convention. And then we'll do this all again in 2 weeks.
Well, we'll get back to soaping. We've got some time in between big conventions.
Yeah. So we can probably kind of go back to a semi-normal schedule of soap Mondays, bath bomb Wednesdays for a little bit. Except we'll just be more aggressive with our bath bombing. Do like 3 to 4.
We gotta talk to Danny Toast about his mission.
Yes, we do.
And then we've got another commission that is being done off stream.
Mm-hmm. Secret projects. all of the secrets.
That one is going to be fun. I want to help out.
Well, I can teach you how to press clay.
Okay.
It's actually really fun. It's just like playing with Play-Doh. Yeah.
How you doing over there?
I'm good. I am like perfect amount for the last of these.
Too much Cowan clay. Now our skin is going to be extra silky.
Oh no, not extra silky soft skin. Whatever shall we do? Yeah, I think we'll live. Cornstarch is partially a filler, but mostly there to make them from being super dense bricks because the volume to weight ratio is pretty high. Ooh, that is definitely an edited color on that fish. They are not that color on their fins.
Those underwater Instagram filters.
Apparently. Those fish, you know, gotta have them fancy fins.
Oh crap, I didn't make cocoa butter.
That's okay. The cocoa butter container is right there. No. The one with the spatula in it that I used to scrape the scrapey.
This one?
That one, yeah.
Or cocoa butter.
On the cart. And there should be enough scraped or stabbied.
Aww.
Gotta weigh it. Honey.
No. The steadiness.
Oh. Yes, stabby levels are sufficient.
You're right.
I mean, you really stabbied it last time, so.
True.
Alright. Last little mixtape here. Good color along the sides. Should show up really nice in the water. For 12. Lovely. Let's clean up our space a little bit and move on. I have the citric acid container.
Well, the first citric container.
Yes.
Alright. Get that microwave.
Yep. Indeed.
Put it in that table and measure out my waste woman.
Scrapey, scrapey, scrapey. All of the scrapings. Okay. And I totally forgot that I need a foam for these soot sprites, so I'm gonna go grab a foam and.
Grab it. I got 2.5 minutes left here.
Okay. On the sheet with the Dragon Balls, you can make the Dragon Balls closer friends and give me one of those.
Yeah, those should be right now.
Yeah. All right. Moving right along. So, our plan for tomorrow is we're just gonna paint all night. Oh, I have to show off things. I got a thing, and I love it, and I'm excited. And y'all are nerds, so I think you'll like it too. So, if you are familiar with Critical Role or any of the online D&D like groups that broadcast, Critical Role is one of the big ones, and then they produced a show, Vox Machina, and they released a coloring book, and it's so cool. I get to color into dragons, and they're so tiny. But I am looking forward to it. I resemble that rework. Perfect. So, that is my new thing. I'm very excited about it. I bought new markers and a pencil sharpener for my pencils. So we will be doing all of the coloring when we finally have a chance to sit down and do coloring.
Midnight, I just saw your message.
Every time he's in the kitchen. I like to see his kitchen. No, gimme. No,
Now
we're
you
gonna
should
run away.
hear our washing machine sometimes. It sings to us.
Nudie Bronx. No, come here. Come here, Grim. Let me see your baby. Come here. Nope. Yeah. Apparently, some people made a dance to the song.
I've seen it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure I showed it to you.
You may have. Yeah, you did, because then I showed it to Lauren, and Lauren's like, "Why does your washing machine have a song?" And I'm like, "That's fair." I also wonder that.
Yeah, they even got comments on that video, and they had to redo the dance because they forgot the little at the end.
Yeah, that's how you know that it's actually over. How did the frog go over? The frog went over pretty well, except it's a little squattier than we were expecting, so he's having a little trouble picking it up because he's used to really round toys. So it's been interesting, but I also got him this Rainbow Dash fling toy from Target. Or like in the head, it has a little thing that you put your fingers in, and then you pull it back like a slingshot and let go, and it goes flying across the house. But it's a plush, and it's not very heavy, so it's like probably not going to break anything. And currently, that's what he's running around trying to get us to throw for him because he is obsessed with fetch.
We seriously had to outlaw orbs in the house.
And we refer to them as orbs instead of the B word because the B word triggers him looking at us like he is right now. Hi.
Like that TRPAT skin. Have you seen that one on Instagram?
I think I may have.
I think it was from a show. Like I want to say it was from Owl House or something.
We gotta check that out. Kettlefish. But yeah.
So what? You just treat him like a toddler? Treat, no treat. Treat, no treat. Treat, no treat.
Yeah. I always love that use all of your dog's favorite words in a story one. And you just go through and say words like...
They just tilt their head until it's practically upside down.
They're like, why are you saying all of these things?
Does that need to be...
No, just the sides.
Okay.
I think it was just sitting in a puddle of bath bomb, because it's definitely bath bomb. Grim, do you want to share your toys with the audience? No? Okay. We just want to sit over there and nom. Zulu, go to bed. We're going to put Zulu to bed right after stream, I promise.
Yes. I will get good sleepies tonight.
Give him some tea and go to sleeps.
Had a nice nap before the stream. Part of the reason why we started so late.
Yeah, little nap, little dinner, tasty lemon
Some
pasta. Some Dayquil. Yeah.
What do we use it for?
Oh, bayberry or tayberry and whatever. Oh, it's behind the cocoa butter. There should be just enough for this.
Tayberry and... Anybody know what a tayberry is?
Anybody know what a tayberry is? Because I sure don't. I think it's made up, just like the yum berry and various other berries that these groups tell us are things and said things as.
We're a bit light,
This is a strong one, so. Oh, you may need to grab another thing of oil.
Yeah.
See where that gets you?
Actually, no. Let me go grab it right now because our seal.
Okay. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. I know a snozberry. What would a snozberry smell like? Very good, I would assume. Its whole thing is smelling, right? Yeah, so we have a lot of bath bombs to paint. I don't even know where I'm gonna start painting bath bombs tonight. Yeah, 'cause I want you to get rest. And we need to take another dose of zinc before bed.
I'm so glad we work with clean products. It's like if we were making food, this would be a very no-go.
Oh yeah, it's so nice. Like, oh no, you're sick. Here, let me give you some soap.
I mean, we started this during COVID. It was a great business to start during COVID.
It was a great business to start during COVID. Probably would have been even better early on when people couldn't find soap. But it's all right. We have it now, and we have all of the things. School of Clowns. But yeah. So.
You're a clown fish. Tell us a joke.
Need to watch that again. Soon. I was going to this morning, but I was meh. Sometimes it's nice to just have a lazy morning. I hate reverse half days where I have a half day off in the morning and then I have to go in the afternoon. It just feels so...
A short day.
It feels like a short day. It feels limiting. Like, I can't really, like, do stuff because I only have, like, 4-ish hours. And I also have ADHD, so that the whole appointment or project paralysis thing comes up where, like, oh, yeah, I have an appointment at 5 p.m., which means I can't do anything all day or else I'm going to get sucked into something else and miss it, so I can't do anything. You need a spoon? Coloring spoons right there.
I don't remember where this is. Oh, you have it.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
You're welcome. But yeah, so I ate breakfast and I showered and I did responsible adult things. And then tonight and tomorrow, well, tonight we're making bath bombs, tomorrow we're painting. Probably make some scrubs and stuff tomorrow and Wednesday. Have a couple.
We don't have the scrubs on our website, but that's okay, because we basically don't have any scrubs right now.
No, we have 2 scrubs left. I made
Not 2 types of scrubs, 2 scrubs.
2 scrubs. I made 28 scrubs. And we had some leftovers from the previous scrub release. And now I'm down to 2. Just 2. So, need to redo all of those. Just got my colorants in for the blue and the green because our Compound V sold out pretty much instantly. I didn't make it past the second day of Comic Palooza. Hardly made it halfway through the second day. But good problems. Good problems. And next year we'll bring more, I guess. Right, Grim? Aha, I got it. Give it to me. Give it to me. No, you're not going to give it to me? I have to show it off. No? Okay, you can keep it then.
Citric acid, really.
Citric acid! Clean glove. Unless you want to bring me your toy again. Come here. Come here. Let me see it. What's that get you? Come here. Do you want this treat? Oh. Did you fall for it? No, you didn't fall for it. You're too smart. Sniff, sniff, sniff. Run back to the thing.
This is Black Lake with some coffee.
Kind of. You need to do a lot.
Neither of those are small spoonfuls.
Yeah. This one takes the most. But also, now just don't look at it for a minute and let it blend. Because if you keep looking at it, you won't see it slowly get darker. Yeah. But, yeah, so Black Lake is fun. It also develops a little bit blacker as it goes. Oh, yeah. So, one of the things we like to do at markets and at conventions and stuff, especially with other artists or other vendors, is we like to do trades. And so Zulu got the best trade this weekend and got this journal. It is a fully sculpted dragon journal.
By the way, it also doubles as a fidget toy because
It's all
this cover is
tactile.
it's so
And
satisfying.
like raised, and it's a replaceable journal inside, so you can peel it off and put a new one in, so you can keep reusing it because it's so cool, and it's really like dense and heavy, and you could hurt somebody with this thing.
I could if I wanted to.
Yeah. You grabbed a set of my gloves, didn't you? Huh? Yes, you do have big hands. And a big heart.
How do you think that is?
More.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
My ADHD side says give me. Yes, definitely. It is fantastic.
I guess I got their card, but it's in my wallet.
Yeah. I'm sure you will find it.
Yeah, it was like Recraft 3D or something like that.
Yeah, they did 3D.
They have a lot of beautiful 3D prints. They're not their own designs, but they're working on getting their own.
Yeah. So like I got a spinny tower.
What do you think about that?
That looks pretty good. Now with this one, this is the only one that I test the color in water. So no, I think that's gonna be okay.
That's in water?
Yeah, I put it in a little cup.
Let me finish actually mixing it first, because there's a lot of white on the sides.
I don't know. Just use the red one in the right next to your hand.
Has so much in common with baking.
It really does. Similar tools. Grim out of the kitchen.
Yeah, we don't like Grim in the kitchen while we're baking either.
Nope. Grim can come in the kitchen for one thing and one thing alone. If we spill something that Grim can eat and we don't feel like picking it up.
One of these days we'll have a camera for the blending too.
Cameras are expensive.
Yeah, these cameras are expensive because they're not hooked into the PC directly.
Ergberg.
Yeah, that whole advice of, just go with the cheapest stuff whenever you first start out and make sure you love it before you start upgrading everything. That was, I stand by that advice entirely, 100%. But we just couldn't do that for this stream without investing in an NDI camera.
Yeah. So the camera that we have is a MDI camera, and it's we need to be able to stream wirelessly because our streaming setup is 20 feet down the hall.
Well, we could have used our cell phone, but
Gross. How else will I look at memes off screen occasionally? And it's kind of looking gray, honestly.
Okay, I'll put some more.
Yeah, I do another scoop. The black takes a lot.
Darkness.
Out of the kitchen. Graham, I know you want to play with your new toy so bad, and we will play when we're done, I promise. But you gotta hold on right now, buddy. I gave you your puzzle toy too soon. So we've got Dallas Fan Expo.
And then we have 2 weeks off, thank goodness. Although we do have a Ray Train event on June 24th with...
June 24th.
Huh?
Repeating the day, just in case I said June 24th.
Yeah, okay,
I was repeating the day.
I thought you said July.
Nope.
Yeah, it's June 24th with the Makers and Crafters Society. If you want to hear more about them, just type !MCS. Great group of individuals. They're going to be doing their Summer Ray Train event Thursday, June 22nd through Saturday, the 24th. We're going to have the anchor spot right there at 5 o'clock Central on the Saturday. And I'm not sure what we're going to be doing yet, but it's going to be fun. And definitely check out the other members of this organization.
There's a lot of wonderful crafters and makers in the Makers and Crafters Society, ironically. And
I have not met a person in this group yet that I do not like.
Yeah.
So definitely check them out. I should probably get a.
If you guys could hear all of that, because the mixer is a little loud. That black looks good. Yeah. How's that feel?
Texture feels pretty good too. What do you think?
I trust you. Another chance for going long because of the Falcon. If you guys want to help us and help promote it and do all of the things, our next goal is at 500. We are currently at 369.
359.
Are you sure? Oh yeah, that is a 5. 359. So I wouldn't say it's impossible. I would say it's less likely.
A lot of people got together because it was amazing last time. I didn't think we would get it. We had it doesn't need more.
Yeah.
We had to get I think it was 70 people or something.
Yeah,
like that.
it was 70 people last time, and then this time it'd be well over 100. So there's a chance.
Yeah.
But you never know. But we do have.
The same deal will apply. If we hit our goal during the event, we will give it away then and there, just like we did last time.
Definitely. Definitely. And we've got some really cool ones from all the stuff that we made for Comic Palooza and the comic conventions in general. So
Although
we shall see about all of that, and we'll figure out what we're making, because there's a lot of stuff we need to make.
Although I will say, exclamation mark Instagram, we are a lot closer to hitting our next milestone there. We're at 460 right now, so we're really close to hitting 500 there.
Maybe that should be our goal for the Raid Train event.
Maybe.
Give out Sudsy.
I mean, I think that's what they're calling too. 500 followers in anything is
Yeah.
500 followers.
Okay.
Sorry, guys.
Yep.
We want to make sure they're good.
And Zulu's learning a great lesson in, for some reason, even though it makes 0 sense, it's a rainy day today. They require more oil on rainy days.
I don't know.
It's so weird. But heck, it is what it is. I do not understand the science behind that. But it feels like every time it's a rainy day, it wants more oil.
Yeah, we're not going to be
Get out of
talking
the
about
kitchen.
bath bomb science with science anytime soon, because
We don't
it's a lot more.
understand.
Yeah. There's so much more to it. It's so much more complicated. But you know what? The end result comes out awesome, and it's a lot of fun. So
Yeah. We gotta remember to give Grim his oil tonight.
yeah.
He just knocked it off the table. Grim, leave it alone. We'll put that on tonight.
Yeah, that's it. That's good. Methinks.
Beautiful. Yeah. Okay.
All right, you do that. I'll go back to the cave.
Back to the cave with you. All right. Inky blackness. Darkness descending. Only to be turned into the cutest little creatures on Earth. Grim, out of the kitchen. Maybe that's why he's... No, he wants to play with his
Yeah.
Rainbow Dash. We will play, I promise.
He didn't get his playtime today because...
Pop it, took a nap.
Yeah. I'm feeling good.
Yeah. But we'll play as we close up stream levels. I promise. And we'll figure out more things to fit inside of your puzzle toy.
Oh, well. I'm going to talk to the raid, whoever we raid for a little bit. And,
The raid victim.
yeah.
Didn't realize we could control the bot. Yes, there are many bots that you can control. Every command that Zulu makes, you can make except for the raid command.
For obvious reasons. We
For
don't want people just
obvious reasons.
throwing that out there. Because that sort of ends the stream too. So that one is my power to wield.
Yep. Out. Both of you. Seen a lot of resurgence of like soot sprite things at the conventions, a lot more art and stuff with them, which I love because I think they're adorable. What?
Just gonna run a quick ad while you're making the first impressions.
Okay. Do you want to paint tonight, or do you want to...
What do you want to do?
I could go either way. I just want to make sure you get some rest.
I'm probably not. If you want to paint tonight, I think so.
Eh. I think we'll take it easy tonight. Get you some rest, because tonight's the onset. And then, see how we go tomorrow.
Yeah. I'm
painting either way, but we'll see how Zulu's doing. Gotta get him rested, because we're still going to Dallas. We paid. We're still going. But yeah. I will leave catching up Bork to him, though, so he can do something tonight. Zulu, we have apparently missed a Bork and need to be borked. Yes, there goes the Borks. Indeed. All of the successful Borkins. Everyone was in the kitchen together, didn't want to throw off the groove. That's all right. We will not throw you out of the balcony tower, I promise. So I got refills on all my fragrances for all of our... You did not order a giant trampoline. Indeed, no giant trampoline. This house will not have trampolines. No. As an orthopedic technician, trampolines are the devil. Trampolines, bunk beds, and monkey bars. The trifecta that keeps me in business. I actually recently had some parents in for their kid with a badly broken arm. And they're like, we thought they learned their lesson the first time. And I was like, oh, the first time? We've broken our arm before? Yeah, she broke the other one on the same trampoline 6 months ago. I'm like, did you guys maybe think that we should get rid of the trampoline at this point? Maybe? I love when people get rid of their trampoline because their child or they broke themselves on it. Subsequently, they give it to somebody else. It's like, okay, but what makes you think that they're not going to do the same exact thing? Not their kid at that point. Indeed, indeed. Maybe proving that their child isn't the only dumb one in the neighborhood. I had a kid come in with a shattered ankle, teenager. Front flipping off of the trampoline. And it's like, really, guys? On it or off it, you're still gonna get hurt. So be careful. Yes! Is that game still on mobile? I really liked that game. That was fun. Yeah, I think we'll cut it tonight. Because then I can set up everything for painting tomorrow and just go straight at it. And if we do it tonight, I gotta reset all sorts of stuff. But I do have a salt I can finish mixing up, so maybe I'll do that. You guys want to watch bath salt come together? It's super exciting. It's really not, but hey. My brother took a header off the back end of a Ford Escort wagon when he was 4. I've seen his brain, so I know he has one. Well, I guess you could say had one. There was evidence at one point, but you know, if you saw it, there's a chance it escaped. Clearly, you've met my brother. I have met many brothers, and I do feel that there is a common thread amongst brothers. Oh, Zach, you're getting the rum chata brought to you. So I was at the store around Christmas time, and we have a favorite Christmas rum chata drink. And of course, Target, coming through, as always, had a bark chata in the same bottle and everything, and it's hilarious. And it seems to be one of Grimm's favorite toys, because it gets played with every week. And I don't blame him, it's a good one. No, definitely Grimm's rum chata, not ours. Because we only have peppermint bark rum chata. Squishy bath bombs. Work. I love these little black raspberries. They're so cute. Are we crying now because we're not getting attention? Guys, the drama over here is real tonight. So when we don't play with him enough, Grimm will find every toy and keep bringing different toys until we play with him, assuming that it's just the toy we don't want to play with. Oh, we found our new frog. Frog's incoming. So yeah, he'll bring you every toy in his basket until you play with him, thinking that maybe it's just the toy. Maybe you don't want to play with this one with me tonight. And so sometimes he'll do it with his bones, and you have to be careful when you step down, because then there's a bunch of bones there, and they hurt to step on so bad. So don't trust you there. Oh, the pain. Yes. You think a Lego's bad, wait till you step on a femur bone fragment. Yay! Anchor got our soaps! Awesome! I hope they love them. They were so much fun to make. I'm definitely going to bring back a Gravity Falls set next year. The Gravity Falls set has been selling really well. The Mabel Smile Dip is almost gone. We've got 2 bars of it left. Got a couple more of Dipper, a couple more of Bill, but the whole collection has been selling very well. I didn't realize just how many Gravity Falls fans there are out there. And at our last convention, there was one vendor who had a really cool Psychotic Bill print that I got as stickers. So, quite fun. It's fun seeing things you love, bringing other people joy too. One more room. Berries are big. So nice. We seriously cannot recommend the show enough. Yeah, it's amazing. It's worth every moment you watch it. And definitely worthy of rewatch as well, because you'll catch things different times watching through the show that you weren't aware of the first time you watched it. And then you'll go back and you're like, oh my god, I can't believe that was there. Okay, if I tell you about our new molds are on the way, awesome! And our new Catamolds should be coming out, or should be shipped out later this week too. So many new things. Very exciting. Oh, now I have to start thinking of scents for it. Oh, probably Caribbean. Probably Caribbean sunset for Animal Crossing leaves. Because it's a tropical island. I only know the theme song because it plays on the Disney hits. Are you still going to do the fossils as well? Oh yeah, we'll do both. If one of them stops selling because of the other, we'll reevaluate. But we won't be putting anything in the leaf. We'll just leave the leaf plain. And then do the fossil with something in it. Because even though like the leaf is like the symbol of the whole thing and the leaf is furniture, or items, we don't need that. Makes the bathwater goth? Yes, indeed it does. So black you can't even see yourself under it. All right. Clean up here a little bit, but that is the end for us tonight. Gonna get some rest, conserve the energy for upcoming conventions since Zulu's feeling a little under the weather. And I don't want to catch it, even though I was a nice wife and I kissed him like, I hope you feel better. And then I was like, you're definitely sick and I just kissed you. So no more kisses. Enjoy that. That's the last one ever, obviously. Forever. All right. Clean space. I'm gonna put these into the dry room real quick, and then let's make a salts. Yes, salts. I have my unicorn salts waiting to be made, and yeah. So let me grab that. If you need to run an ad, Zulu, go ahead. I know we just ran one recently though, so we don't really need to. I actually didn't. Well, perfect. Yeah. So I guess so. You never know. You never know. All right. So this is our unicorn bath salts. Aw, thanks for the raid, Garish. Very much appreciate it. So this is a two-part mix. We do the teal side and then we'll mix in the black. And the black is really special. I'll talk about it in a second. Let me gather my ingredients. Just got that one delivered. Where did I put it? Did I open it? Doot. Alright, let me go back into my soap room and grab the... Oh, no, never mind. It's on the counter. I knew it was. The whole time. Never any question. Alright. Fragrance oil. Recipe. Measuring cup. All right, so this is a tripled recipe, so I'm gonna need 1.5 cups of citric acid. So 1, 2, 3. Coughing is not yay. Yeah. Ooh, nope, not that yet. That's the last one. Baking soda. Two, 3. Cornstarch, which is 3/4. So ideally before a fan expo. Indeed, before fan expo. There is no choice, although you must be better. Or else. A little bit more cornstarch. Because this helps with how it dissolves in water. And prevents the oils from seeping out. Oh yeah, we'll be very careful no matter what. I'm gonna mix this in loosely. Try and break up some of those chunks. Okay, make a little well here. And we're gonna add our salsa. Salsa is not friendly with lungs. I'll let that settle for a minute. Now we're gonna add our oil. Right to the salsa so that it turns into a paste so that it can't hurt me anymore. And then in with our watermelon fragrance oil. Throw my gloves on here. I'm gonna start mixing it normally, but then we'll finally get our hands in. Don't sniff it. Yeah, inhaling salsa is probably not the way to go. All right, so we're gonna very gently mix the oil and the salsa together. Lurk away, lurk away. We'll start mixing everything else in. Now this is gonna feel really wet because this is actually only half of our salt. But the other half of our salt is color changing, so we want to introduce it right at the end. Scrape that down. Get in there and start breaking up these chunks as well. I love this teal, but in the end it will actually change colors. And show you guys, it's really cool. Squishing and crushing and mixing, making sure there's no dry pockets as we go through and crush all the little crumbles. Right. Almost there. Still a few clumpies I'm seeing. But most of them will mix up with the rest of it. So The other half of this mix is this black with both star and cotton candy glitter. This black, when it hits the water, actually turns bright pink. It looks really cool all mixed together. So we're gonna pour this straight in. Little swirls of glitter. And we're gonna kind of massage this in. We don't want to over mix it because then it just kind of looks weird. But there's no water in here, and this is a water activated color. So the blue should hide the color and kind of keep it a kind of a bluey gray until it hits the water. Sure it's all kind of evenly tossed through. So teal or blue and pink create purple. So this is our purple unicorn salt. So I'll show you guys an example. Let me get a little cup here. It's a really cool color. It's one of the few ones that really truly does a color shift. And it's very intense color too, so it does not take much. So here's my little mix. All of our psychedelics going on. Whew, it'll be nice to have a break from bath bombs for a little while. We'll take a little pinch, just a little pinch, and drop it in. Give it a second to foam and swirl. And there's our pinky blue water, or purpley water. It's such a fun color transformation. It's one of my favorite salts, mostly for the color transformation. Yeah. And then the glitter in there, you can't see it very well on camera, but it swirls and sparkles. And there's star glitter in there, and the cotton candy glitter, both of which are water soluble, so you don't have to worry about it. I take very long baths sometimes when I get the wonderful opportunity, and I've used this before in there, and I will tell you, around hour 3 or 4, that star glitter is starting to dissolve and is hardly recognizable anymore. So it's not one of these plastics that's like, oh, it'll take 60 years instead of 600 years. It's gonna dissolve in your water in hours, which is nice, because then you can feel better about it, knowing it's not gonna hang around forever in the watershed. But that being said, guys, we are done today. Opportunities. Zulu got addicted to a video game again. Oh no. What have you done? No. Oh yeah. No, that is just one of your... Yeah. Okay, well, I'm gonna go to bed. I think I'll go take a bath until I hear you coming into the bedroom, which is always fun. But yeah, so this gray-black mixture becomes this bright pinky purple, and I think that's just so much fun. And it's bubble bathy, so like as I'm doing this, it's making bubbles. Boo-boos. Yeah, bubble bath. The more you agitate it, the more bubbles you get. So we highly recommend putting it in before you start the water, because that'll agitate it for you. Yeah, lots of bubbles. Yay. I could just do this forever because they just keep building up. So much fun. All right, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. Thank you for enjoying our chaos. But in interest of feeling better for our convention this weekend, as well as just in general sanity, we will be back tomorrow to paint everything. We'll probably finish up some painting on Wednesday. We'll also just kind of do a packing stream on Wednesday, primarily to kind of keep us on track, because we will not have an opportunity on Thursday. And yeah, so we got to do what we got to do. But with that being said, Zulu, have we looked into who needs to be rated tonight? Who needs us? Who needs to be taken care of and brought all of our loving friends here? Have fun at your convention this weekend. We shall. We're looking forward to it. I'm gonna try and go meet Tara Strong. I gotta see if she still has autographs available, because I need to meet Tara. It needs to happen. But yeah, we shall be back tomorrow and Wednesday, and then after the conventions, we'll be back to kind of a more normal schedule. I think we'll go to Bardio today. She's rated us a couple times, and we have to return the favor. We definitely need to return the favor. Let's head on out that way and see what they've got going on tonight. Bard girl. I thought so. That looked a little funky. Good night, everybody.